let me see here. I think the first legs of the semifinals for the playoffs to get into Premier League were this weekend.
Yeah, I think so too.
Middlesbrough drew Coventry 0-0. I thought Sunderland were in them. That's why I'm looking them up. Because X was talking about Sunderland. And we might just be seeing them. Man, ESPN has no respect for the championship. It's so far down the list. Good grief. Sunderland beat Luton Town 2-1. So we might be seeing one of those traditional old school clubs back in the league. Taking a 2-goal advantage down to the Luton Town. But also I saw a thing on Facebook where to get into the away stands of Luton Town Stadium, like you have to there's people's houses abutting the stadium, right?
Go into the garden.
So when you're walking over the catwalk to get to the stand, it's people's backyards underneath you, and that could be a Premier League place next season if they can, at home, pull one out. And I might just watch these next weekend. These two.
No,
games.
they're tomorrow and Wednesday.
Are they really? Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to catch. Well, I mean, you can't miss. I can't miss Champions League.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
one's at 3 tomorrow. One's at 3 on Wednesday.
No, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
That's lame.
All right.
It's at the same time as the Champions League. Get out of here. Okay. All right. Whatever.
We got to see the stadium now.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever. Well, moving on. Brentford have defeated the West Hammers at home. Brentford's still giving a go, even though they're not going to make anything else. They're not going to do anything else.
No.
As far as getting in there for European positions, we thought they might at one point in the season, but I guess Ivan Toney didn't bet on himself to score.
He didn't play.
He didn't even play?
No, he didn't play. I have him on my fantasy team, and he didn't play. I was not very happy with that, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe Ivan Toney's already on the beach.
Yeah.
But even without, looks like Johan Wissa came in for him, got his goal, and Bomo was able to shine as well. So is this too big of a it's not that damaging for West Ham, I don't think, because their next two games are Leeds and Leicester, and they need 1 point.
They'll be all right. They'll be all right.
1 point from those games. I tend to agree with you. And even if they lose both those games, they still need Everton and Forest to win both of their games. It's already there. They're over the line. They need some ridiculous results for West Ham to be relegated. So yeah, I think they'll be just fine. Brentford enjoying their football at the moment. Nice 2-0 win at home. And then we come to today's game. Leicester, for me, are down.
Yeah.
This is the one. That was the one. It's dire straits for them. Yeah, Forest need. Yeah, I mean, if it's must win next time out for Leicester. Who are they playing?
They've got.
It's over. It's done. They're at St. James's Park. It's done. They go to Newcastle.
They're done. They're done.
Yeah. I will say that in the game today, the only, kind of anything positive to take from the game is I did see James Maddison have an absolute incredible pass. The ball bounced up in front of him, and he volleyed it into the path of Harvey Barnes in between three Liverpool defenders. Fantastic ball, but of course, they didn't do a thing with it.
course not.
because it's Harvey Barnes, who coincidentally is Leicester's top scorer this season.
Yep.
It's not good.
Not
That's
good.
not good.
No.
That's not
No.
good. I think this squad might get ripped apart, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Vardy might stay. He might just be a bit old.
I think
Right.
one of their defenders is going to be going to Atletico.
Really?
Yeah, I saw something about it.
Is it Pereira or Castagna maybe?
No, it's one that starts with an S.
With an S? Suter?
Yeah. Huh?
The huge guy, Suter?
Yeah. Yeah.
He just came in.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Patson Daka will probably get a Premier League contract. Harvey Barnes will probably get a Premier League contract. The English love them some James Madison, so he'll get a
Iheanacho will stay up somewhere.
Iheanacho. Yuri Tielemans is out the door.
Yeah.
And this all kind of adds up to you're not guaranteed to bounce right back.
No.
Especially if you get rated like this. It's dark days at Leicester.
Well, I mean, they've been rated by the league, Chelsea and who else rated them? City? No.
Well,
that was City. Mahrez.
Oh.
Mahrez went to City.
Yeah.
Mara's been there for a while though.
We picked up Conte. We picked up Fafana.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels bad that a team
Chile.
that won the league not too
Chile.
long ago, well, I guess, I mean, hey, 15, 16.
It's a long time ago now.
I'm fine, guys. That's 7 years ago. 7 years ago now. So
Yeah, a commentator said that in the game. He was like, I can't believe this team 7 years ago won the league. I'm like, do you know how long ago 7 years was?
That's
long
like the whole
time.
We
point.
went through a pandemic 2 years ago, y'all.
And
A
not
long
even that.
time.
You expect, even if the players that you had at the time when you won the league were babies. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Like,
Right.
the average life of a player at their peak is 5 years.
Half the guys on the Arsenal squad were in high school
Yeah.
at the time.
7 years. Come on now.
That's a
Yeah.
long time in this league.
It
So
is.
yeah, it's dark days. But we got to give credit to Liverpool, who have now won 7 straight games in their
Bro,
charge.
on fire.
I mean, Luis Diaz coming back, Jota coming back.
Yep.
I think Curtis Jones needs some praise in this run. He's been fantastic. I think he was really good again today. Did they rule his goal out? I can't remember.
No, I think they should have.
I think all 3 of these goals were offsides, to be honest with you. But Liverpool is not going to get
No.
that kind of a call. But Curtis Jones is. I'm not the goal where he turned and volleyed. The goal where he came in on the back post. I think
I
they
don't know. I need to
I
go
think
back.
they ruled that one out.
Otherwise, they would have 4 because Trent scored the third.
Trent scored, Curtis Jones scored, and no, they didn't rule it out. He got both of them. He did get both the goals. The one where Arnold puts it in to the back post, classic Trent ball, like what's coming. Like this is Liverpool have done this in this 7-game run, and even before. I mean, even versus Arsenal, even that long ago, they were doing these long diagonals, trying to hit the opposite side. This game
We've been
was
doing that since Gerrard.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, they skipped the midfield. They've just been skipping the midfield completely recently.
Mm-hmm.
Just like let's let Salah run, let's let Luis Diaz with them young legs, let's let him run. Gakpo, and just a stroll. Just a stroll, really. You would have expected more from relegation threatened Leicester at home. I mean, you should. I didn't, but you should. But I've been a Leicester hater ever since
Yep.
ever since we were on the "How does Brendan Rodgers have a job" train. God, how long were we saying that? I feel like
Weeks.
Leicester were slotted for relegation long ago. Unfortunately, just been a torrid season for them. And big question after this one, though. Can Liverpool get it over the line? Will United stumble? We're thinking Chelsea might make them do so. Liverpool's fixtures coming up are on the easier side, I would say.
Other than Villa,
Yeah, other than Villa. I
they
mean,
finished with Southampton.
it's oh geez. Yeah, it's still that's the only two games. Yeah, I think at home they're gonna be just fine versus Villa, and you know it's gonna be a bloodbath for Southampton. Who,
They might score 10.
yeah, there's your 10, Lewis. They might get that 10-0 versus Southampton.
There's
Who
your 10.
literally nothing to play for at all.
In the season on a very high note.
Would that be Salah's swan song? Because
It's possible.
I mean, I'm not advocate. I think he would still fit in the team, but that rock and roll football, man, you need young bodies for that. And
And they got him.
this is the last. This is literally the last chance they can make money off of him. This is it.
I mean, they have his replacement already. I mean, Jota, Diaz, Gakpo, Nunez as a front four is.
So, do you think Salah goes?
I don't.
Where's he go?
I don't think he goes. I think he might be less and less in the team, but I don't think he goes anywhere. He might stay for.
I think there'll be a shock buyer in. I have this feeling that somebody will come in and surprise him, and he'll go, and it'll shock people.
Really?
Because the team he knew was not going to be there anymore. The way he plays, being featured. I mean, it's.
Does
It's-
Klopp
it's-
go?
No, Klopp is there. You can see.
Klopp's
You can
good.
see he looks re-energized.
He's in it.
Like
He's
in
in
his
it.
interview, you can
I
see
mean,
he's
pulled
energized
two.
again.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude,
he's pulling
he-
hands on the sideline.
But I think a shock team comes in. The reason I say that is because if you watch Salah's career, starting in Egypt, then going into Europe and moving his way up through smaller clubs, I think he still has it to lead a club. I don't know if Liverpool is that club specifically for the style. And I think somebody comes in for him. Like I think it'll shock some people and be like, "Really, Mo Salah's gone?" I think somebody comes in for him, and he has one more dance at being considered one of the best. Because I still think he's a good player. I really think he's a good player, but I think he's on the legs.
I mean, he's
towards
got
the-
19 goals this season.
Yeah.
That's nothing to scoff at.
That
Yeah,
sounds like Forrest's music, if you're asking me.
That would be nuts. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. I would. That would be a shock, as you say, Lewis. That
The
would
shock,
definitely
I
exactly.
think someone comes in.
be a shock. Well, credit Liverpool. Got the 3 points needed. Got their 7th straight win. Looking to claim top 4. Definitely have to take care of business. And speaking of taking care of business, there's one more order of business for us. Brighton Hove Albion travel to Newcastle on Thursday. Perhaps a bit overshadowed by all the European fixtures this week,
It's gonna be a battle.
but it is a massive game for both. Brighton looking to charge up the table, maybe make their own Champions League charge, and Newcastle wobbling. Need it bad. Tied there and tie. I mean, they do have 22 goals on United, so they're okay with a tie there, but Liverpool breathing down the necks. Brighton still have to play 4 games, I think, including that one. So, what are we thinking? If the same Brighton shows up, this will be a game. Lewis and I have both predicted a 2-2 draw.
Ooh.
What are we thinking, guys?
I'm going to go with a Brighton win just because, and I'm probably wrong. I'll just let that be known ahead of time. Just week over week, seeing how Newcastle performed against Arsenal, then how they performed against Leeds. I'm not saying that they're checked out by any means because they do want to keep that top four. But Brighton seems to, even though they had last Monday was just an absolute disaster, the Brighton we saw on Sunday was the Brighton that De Zerbi said was going to happen. Maybe not to the level that we thought it would, but I think that Brighton, again, is going to be strong in the midfield. Of course, it's going to come down to Bruno for Newcastle. I've got it going 2-1 to Brighton, though.
Ooh, I went the exact opposite. I went 2-1 to the Toons.
Right.
Same exact, pretty much issues. Battle in the midfield. I don't think Brighton are going to have as much to run with against Newcastle as we saw. They beat Arsenal out of a lot of those midfield battles, which probably an unpopular opinion, which is why Odie hit the bench. Like he looked gassed from 15 minutes in.
Sure.
Like he just did.
Absolutely.
Which, I mean, it can go to legs, it can go to the season, blame it on whatever you want. If that midfield performs the way they did against Arsenal, it's going to be a battle, but I think Newcastle have to show up for this if they want to keep this we're here because we're supposed to be here mentality.
Yeah.
And Brighton's knocking at the door, so it'd be a perfect opportunity to go, this is the difference between top four and 4 and 6. This is the difference between 3 and 7. And they just have to show up for it.
I agree. That's good points.
I like it. I like it a lot. Speaking of the predictions,
it's tight.
I don't know what to say, Patrick. You had a bit of a horror show this weekend. And I haven't got the graphic yet ready, but I will post it to Instagram very, very soon. So go ahead, if you're listening, find us on Instagram at the Cup Chasers. It's a 4-point gap.
I told you there were too many games left.
4 points. I had a barnstormer of a weekend, and I gained 14 points where Patrick hit 7. So I've closed the gap. And speaking of barnstormers, my man Lewis has opened a 5-point lead on UX.
What?
Yo, yeah.
5?
Huge. Had a huge weekend. He got 2 correct scores. He got 4 different 2-pointers. Yeah.
Me.
Me. Lewis called the Villa Spurs.
Now I'm going to come in last in the predictions.
You also called the United game.
Good
crushed
it. Was only fitting that Lewis come in last since his team won the league. Like, it was only fitting.
It's not gonna. You better shape up then. You better have your
I gotta get this Newcastle Brighton game right. That's all I'm saying.
You better do some studying.
I'll put it like this: if City is able to win the league in the next game, I won't even care about my picks.
He's gonna tank the predictions league. He's happy
enough. It
enough.
won't matter. I'll do it like AI or something.
Well, there's only 2 match weeks plus 1 or 2 makeup games.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that's enough. You came within 5 from one weekend.
Oh no, yeah, there's plenty of games. There's still like 23 games left.
Patrick's been saying, man.
23 games left or something. So it's
like this is some new revelation or something.
Revelation.
Oh man.
A little teaser for you guys. I think I know what the prize for the winner is going to be, but I'll just leave it at that for right now.
Ooh.
So, if you're interested in keeping up with the Predictions League, go ahead and find us on Instagram, like I say, at the Cup Chasers. Link is in the description below. Also, get the likes up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Get that notification bell on. We will be back really, really soon. Thanks for being here, and have a great night.